Good morning. Hi everyone, Salesforce Admin Training Day 37. We'll quickly go through the previous session overview. And today our focus is to understand the platform event triggered flow. And we will see what are the navigation steps to create a platform event and what is the platform event fields and what is the custom label, how to create a custom label, how to refer the custom label in the flow. And then we'll have a conclusion trailhead. Platform event trigger. So this is one of the flow which is available inside the So if we go to the flow, in the flow we have an option called platform event trigger flow. Platform event trigger flow. So today we are going to learn. If I click on the new flow, and here we have an option. There are 6 options it will give you. What type of flow are you planning to create it, right? So we have already seen the screen flow, record triggered flow, schedule triggered flow. Right now we are seeing about the platform event triggered flow. So what it says platform event triggered flow is nothing but this flow launches when the platform event message is received. When the platform event message is received. This is a auto launched. This is a auto launched flow runs in the background. It runs in the background. So whenever there is any event is happening or anything record is created in the platform event, immediately this is going to trigger. Now let's understand what is a platform event. What is a platform event? So platform event is an event. Event is nothing but it's kind of a something is happening there. It is an event based on communication provided by Salesforce. That means there is some event is happening in the platform. There is some event is happening in the platform. So based on the communication, when I say communication, now let me go to the page. Now, here in the Salesforce, we have a platform event. We have a platform event. So this is called as a, let's say in the platform event, we have a terminology called event bus. We have a terminology called event bus. Event bus. Now, this event bus is always runs at the backend. It always runs in the backend. Now, who is going to hit this platform event? Who is going to hit this event? Now that the event is hit by many people. The event is hit by many people. The event can be produced by the flow, event can be produced by the Apex, event can be produced by the API, or event can be produced by the third-party system. We have a third-party system. Anybody can produce an event. When I say produce an event is nothing but they are registering the event or producing the event. So that means here I have a different members who are producing the event. It is possible that flow can produce the event or event producer. This is called event producer. This is event producer. Anybody can produce the event. Flow can produce it. Apex can produce it, right? And API also can produce the or third party can be produced. So that means there is a something bus which is available. Anybody can hit that bus. Anybody can hit that bus. What does that mean by anybody can hit? That means they can send an event message to this bus. When they are producing the event, so that time event message, so event message, they are releasing it. So they are releasing the message. So event message. So they are sending a message to the event bus. As soon as the event bus receives the event message, as soon as the message is received by this bus, then what it does, it has to release that event. That means it has to consume the event. Whoever is expecting this message, whoever is expecting this message, it has to, what this bus has to do, the bus has to send an event. It has to consumed by another person, consumed by other, whoever is expecting this event to be happen. So they have to consume this event. So if event bus can produce the details, then only the consumer can, whoever is the accepting the message, they can accept. Now similarly, let me give one example here. Now I have a Salesforce this side. I have a Salesforce. I have a Salesforce this side. Now, Salesforce is, we have a Salesforce. Now, Salesforce is, this side we have a Salesforce and the other side we have some different applications. When I say different application, could be possible Oracle application, could be possible that SAP application, or could be possible that some ERP application. He has ERP. Now ERP system. Now ERP is the one. Now these are the different third-party systems. These are different third-party systems. Now we have some in between. There is a layer. In between there is a layer. Now this layer is called some layer which is sitting in between the Salesforce and other third party. You can call it this as an event bus. You can call it this as an event bus. You can call this as an event bus. This is event bus. Now, whenever the Oracle, or let's say that Salesforce is sending the details. Salesforce is sending the details. That means event produced by the Salesforce. Event is produced by the Salesforce. Now, what it does, it is hitting the platform event. Salesforce is hitting the platform event. Salesforce is hitting the platform event. In the platform event, we have an event bus. Now, what are the messages sending to the platform event? That message will be sitting here in the event bus. That message is sitting in the event bus. Now, as soon as an event bus, what it does, it will go and check whether there is a resource is available in the Oracle so that I can send the message. So event bus is keep on checking with the all third-party systems, whoever is talking to Salesforce. Now, do they have a resource available? If they do not have a resource available, the resource available is nothing but do they have a time or do they have a space? If I send a message, can they process that message within their system? Now, if Oracle is busy processing something else, SAP is busy processing something else, ERP is also busy processing something else. Now, at the same time, Salesforce is sending a message. Now, nobody is available. Nobody has a free time. So what it will do, event bus, it will keep the event message. What are the messages there? It will keep the message for 72 hours. 72 hours, it will hold the message inside the event bus. It will hold the 72 hours inside the event bus. It will hold message inside the event bus. The message gets folded in the event bus for the 72 hours. Now, during this time, if anybody is free, then what it does, it is going to, for example, Oracle is available. It will send the message to the Oracle. Now, after 72 hours, what happened? The message will be deleted. The message will be deleted from the event bus. Now Salesforce again it has to hit it has to produce the event, and so that event bus will be capturing that. Event bus will be capturing that. Now in simple word, if I have to say platform event, take a notes of it. In simple word, if I have to say platform event, platform event is a type of, we call it as a streaming API. This is one of the API. It's a streaming API. Platform is event is a type of streaming API. Why it is a streaming API? This platform event, anybody is sending a message to the platform event, what will happen? This platform event can be talking to the multiple third-party system. Whenever any integration is talking to the multiple system, which is called as a streaming API, which is called as a streaming API. Streaming API. Streaming API means I'm sending a message. I'm sending a message. Now all different users are able to receive the message. All users are able to receive the message. Now in WhatsApp, whenever I send a message to the group, different users are reading the message. That means I'm sending it for the one time, but who all receiving the message, everybody is receiving the message, which is called as a streaming API. Streaming API. So platform event is a kind of a streaming API. It is kind of a streaming API. API is nothing but integration. API is nothing but a integration. Now, if we have to talk about the API full form, application programming interface. API is nothing but application programming interface. Application programming interface. Right? So platform event is a type of a streaming API. API is nothing but application programming interface. Now this is type of a integration. This is type of a integration. Now what this is does, this basically, this API is used to or uses the publish the event or uses to push any technology. You can take any technology to push the or to publish the event. Now, once it is published, the other system can subscribe it, can subscribe the all the events, whatever the events are there, they can subscribe it. So this is, it is like a publish subscribe. It is like a publish. So somebody is going to publish it. Now other systems are going to subscribe it. Now mostly platform event is a real-time basis. It continues to receive the data in the real-time basis. Events are continue to receive data on real-time basis. Now, in other way, if I have to tell, platform event is a based on event-driven architecture. Based on event-driven architecture. It's a event-driven architecture. Whatever it is happening in the platform, everything is a event-driven. Event is produced, event message, event consumer, right? So if you see here, event is produced, right? Event message, event bus, event consumer. It's a event-driven architecture. Now, what it does, it is basically, it enables the app to communicate inside and outside of the Salesforce. It will enable the apps to communicate, whether it could be a Salesforce to Salesforce, Salesforce to some other third party also. So inside is nothing but Salesforce to Salesforce. Inside is nothing but Salesforce to Salesforce. So publisher is also Salesforce and subscriber is also a Salesforce. So Salesforce to Salesforce. When I say outside, outside is nothing but it could be a Salesforce to other system or other application. Other application. Right, so it is other application. So it is platform events are based on publish, subscribe model. Publish, subscribe model. And works directly with the whatever a message is there. The in between we have a message bus or an event bus which handles the. So in between we have a event bus or a message bus. So what it does, it is basically handles the queue of incoming events and processes whoever is listening to them. Whoever is listening for them, it will process that. And whatever this is happening, it is called as the platform event is built as a real-time integration platform. Real-time integration platform. What are the platform event is there? Real-time integration platform. Because whenever there is an event is produced or event message is received by the event bus, or whenever the event consumer is receiving the event, so that time immediately there has to be action. So whatever it is happening in the platform event, it is a real-time integration, which is called as that's the reason platform event is called as a real-time integration pattern. Real-time integration pattern in the Salesforce. And which helps to reduce point-to-point integration. Point-to-point integration. Right? So whenever we are talking about the platform event, there are some terminologies are there. In the platform event, there are few terminologies are there. So platform event terminology. Few things which we have to remember. One is the event. Event is nothing but a change in a state or something is modified. A change in a state. Change in a state or something has modified or something modified. There is some changes happened on the state. Right? So that is the meaning in the business process. A change is happened on the state, which is called as an event. Now the next one is event message. Event message or notification. I'm sending a notification. Event message or a notification, which is nothing but I'm sending a message that contains the data. That contains the data about the event. That contains the data about the event, which is called as a event message. Event message. Event message is nothing but a notification, a message, or event message has some data related to the event. And the next one is a event producer. Event producer. Event producer is nothing but somebody is publishing the event. The publisher of an event message, whatever the channel is there, over a channel. Somebody is publishing it. The publisher is posting a message or he is publishing the message. So which is event producer. Now in this case, if you see here, I have a flow. Flow is what it is doing, event producing. That means flow is publishing a message. Flow is publishing a message. Now what type of a message it is publishing it? It contains event messages containing some data here, which is related to the event, which is related to the event. It is publishing the message. No, event producer is nothing but the publisher of an event message over a channel. Over a channel. Now, channel is nothing but what is this channel? What is the channel here? Channel is nothing but a kind of a either receiving or sending information. Some kind of a mediator will be there. Some kind of a mediator. Using that mediator, we will send the messages or receive the messages. Through that, it will happen. And next one is the event consumer. Event consumer. Now, what is this event consumer? Event consumer is nothing but whoever is a subscriber. Whoever is a subscriber. Now, here I have a subscriber of, let's say that here I have a subscriber of Oracle. Possible that there is a Oracle, or else my subscriber itself is a Salesforce. Whoever is a subscriber, whoever is a subscriber, what they will do is they will try to consume the message, whatever the event bus is sending it, whatever the event bus is sending it, they will try to consume. So they are called as an event consumer. They are called as an event consumer. Now, event producers could be anything. Who are the event producers? Event producers could be a Flow, Apex, API, third party. Event consumer could be anybody. Event consumer could be Oracle, Salesforce, anybody. So event is produced and event message is received in the event bus, and event consumers are consuming the event. Now here event consumer is nothing but a subscriber to a channel that receives message from the channel, that receives message from channel. A subscriber to a channel that receives the message from channel. So this is all about introduction about the platform event. Rather than directly jumping onto the flow, I'm just giving the some kind of a information. What is the platform event? The architecture, right? So this is all about the platform event. Now, anybody is taking a notes, please take a notes of it. Okay. So let's move on. Now here, event message, notification, event producer, consumer. Now that's what is happening here. Event is produced, message is sent to event bus, and the consumers are consuming the event. Now, platform event. So platform event is, it is a event-based communication provided Salesforce integration. And we use a platform event to define the data to be delivered in the custom notifications. Could be a custom notification, any other, like a platform events are usually defined to deliver some kind of information. The reason why it is saying the notification is here the event message. Message notification is nothing but it is possible that you are assigning the permission set. Through the platform event, you can assign the, through the platform event, you can assign the, you can assign the permission set, right? Or you can update, you can whatever the permission sets are, or you can post the charter in the charter group, right? These are the things can be possible using the platform event. These are things which is possible using the platform event. Now, platform events are similar to the Salesforce object. Platform events are similar to the Salesforce object. Now, when I say similar to the Salesforce object, that means whatever the, like whenever we wanted to create a new object, what do? We go for a object manager and click on the new button and we create an object, and inside the object we have a fields. Similarly, in the platform event, platform event is a object. Platform event is a object. Now for this platform event also we can create an object. Now I'll show you the navigation step how to do it. We can create an object in the platform event. Inside the object we can create a fields. So platform event is a object as well as we can create a fields. Now, but there is a difference between the Salesforce object and platform event. Now, in depth of the differences we will see later, but the main difference is I can create an object in the platform event. I can create a fields in the platform event, but you cannot view the platform event. Now, Salesforce object, for example, I'm creating the recruiter object. I can see in the Salesforce by going to the Salesforce application. Now here, I have a, let's say, let me click on this, duplicate. And in the sales application, I can go ahead and I can search whatever the object that I have created. For example, I have created the recruiter object. In that case, I can just search here recruiter, right? I will find the recruiter object. I can use the recruiter object here, right? Now that is the, I can see in the object, but whereas platform event, you cannot see the UI. You cannot see the UI and no page layout. Whenever the object is created, there are 5 things which happens at the back end. One is 5 fields are automatically created. 5 fields are automatically created by the sales whenever I create an object. And there is a default page layout. Default page layout gets created. Default page layout gets created. Default page layout is created. And as well as there is a tag gets created for the Salesforce object. Now, whenever you create a platform event, this does not happen. Whenever you create a platform event object, there is nothing called as this. That means no page layout, no UI, no default. There is a default fields will be created. Now there are few fields which get created, but not all the 5 fields. There are only few fields that gets created. We will see that. But especially the page layout and the UI, no, it cannot create it. It cannot. We cannot see, basically once the object is created, we cannot see the object, or users cannot see the object in the Salesforce UI point of view. And the no page layout. and we cannot able to see the platform event through the user interface. But developer will be able to publish and subscribe the platform event through the either flows, Apex, and API. Developer, though it is not visible in the UI, but developer, what they can do is they can implement some kind of a automation to publish or subscribe the platform event through the flows and Apex or API. Through the flows or Apex or API. So take a notes of it. Okay. Okay. So let's move on. So let's see platform event. So platform event trigger. So let's see few more details here. Once the developer is, assume that developer is published the event. So once it is published, what will happen is in the event bus, it can stay up to 72 hours. It can stay in the queue. Now, there are two types of a publisher event. Whenever we are publishing it, there are two types of it. There are two types of behavior. One is publish after commit, and the next one is publish immediately. Publish after commit and publish immediately. Now, publish after commit is nothing but so for example, there is an action on the record. There is a action on the record. Now you have a Salesforce action on record. Now, once the action is registered, that means there is some state changes happened. There is a change happened on this state. That means there is some modification. There is some modification or some event is occurred. Some action is updated on the record. As soon as that action is updated in the record, what is the after commit does is once it is the transaction is committed in the system. Once the once the transaction is committed in the system. Once the transaction is committed in the system, then what we can do is that means it is successful. When it is a successful, then only publish the platform event. That means after commit is going to look for whether my transaction is committed in the database. If it is committed in the database, is it a successful or failure? If it is a successful, then only it is going to publish the platform event. Then only it is going to publish the platform event. Now, in case if it is a failure, it does not publish the event. Whereas publish immediately, what it does is, now the action is performed here. There is some action happened on the Salesforce. Now what will happen once the action is happened on the Salesforce? Whether the transaction is committed successfully or failure, it doesn't care. Publish immediately doesn't care whether the data is committed to the database successfully without error, or if there are errors also, there is no failure. Then in that case, we can use the publish immediately. Even if it is a failure also, it is going to publish the event. It is going to publish the event. In that case, we need to track the error log and a report. In case of publish immediately, we know that publish immediately is even if there is an error, still what will happen, it is going to publish the event. Right? In that case, what we will do is we need to track the error log or a report. Right? Programmatically, we need to generate an error log or we need to generate a report to see that for the publish immediately, whatever the behavior is there for the platform event, the behavior whichever the one which it is talked about, the publish immediately, those are is there any error happened whenever we are publishing the platform event? Because we know that immediately is nothing but it does not care about the success or failure. It does not care about the success or failure. Immediately it will publish the platform. So these are the two types of behavior. These are two types of behavior. Now let's go ahead and see the navigation steps to create a platform event. Now anybody is taking your notes, please take a notes of this. Is it done? Okay. So let's move on. Navigation steps. Navigation steps are setup, integration, platform event. Setup, integration, platform event. There you can go for platform event, new platform event. New platform event. Now here, whenever you click on the platform event, just click on the button called new platform event. When you click on a new platform event, it will ask you to enter the label, plural label. It's similar like how you are creating an object. How you are creating an object, label, plural label, start with the vowel sound, right? Object name, behavior. Now here is the behavior. There are two types of behaviors are there: deployment status, in development, or a deployed. These are the different steps which are available. Now let me go ahead and create it. Now let's go here, setup, search for a platform, search for a platform. Now you will see there is something called as a platform event within the integration. Within the integration, you will see platform event. Now this platform event is use the platform event to define the data to delivered in custom notification. Delivered in custom notification. Now here you have a custom event which is called as a new platform event, which is called as a new platform event. Now new platform event, now let's say that platform name. Now I'm going to create a one platform. I'm going to create a one platform event. Let's say here label, plural label, starts with description, and these are the options it is giving. Now let's say that I'm going to create one object which is called as a assign permission set. You can create any object. You can create whatever the object name is there, you can create it anything. Right now I'm creating a assign permission set object. Assign permission set is the object, and the plural label is assign permission sets. Assign permission sets, and let's say that it is deployed. Now these are we know these all fields because we have seen these fields into the whenever we are creating the object. Only the field that is different is publish behavior. Now here you have a two types. One is publish after commit, publish immediately. If I take a publish immediately, what will happen whether the transaction is committed successfully or failure, immediately it is going to publish the event. Now I do not want to take immediately. I just wanted to take the after commit. Once it is successfully committed to the database, then only I wanted to publish the event. So I'll take it as a publish after commit. Click on save. Click on save. Once the platform event is created, now you see the API name. API name says that __e. API name says __e. And event type is high volume. Event type is high volume. Now here the API name is __e and the event type is high volume, and what type of behavior it is published after commit. Now here it is created a 4 fields. By default it is created the 4 fields. One is created by created date, event UUID, replay ID. Event UUID, replay ID. Now this is UUID, which is a different, and this is a replay ID, which is an external lookup, In case if you have a third-party system or anything, if you want to look for it, then you can look for the external lookup object. Right? UUID is something kind of a unique ID. So this is in order to maintain the unique ID, we use it. So these are the 4 fields which are created by the Salesforce whenever we create a platform event. Now at the bottom, we have a custom fields and relationship. You can create a fields. If you want to create a new fields, you can create it. And similarly, I have a trigger. I can implement a trigger on the platform event. I can create a subscription. These are subscriptions, you cannot create it. This is just for a tracking purpose. We have here subscription. But only the thing is that I can create a fields. I can create a subscription trigger. I can create a trigger on the platform event. We will see this trigger during the Apex class. Now, right now, we have an option called as a fields and relationship. We have an option called fields and relationship. If I click on a new button, platform event can have only few fields we can create it. In the platform event, we can create only few fields. Checkbox, date, date type, number, text, text area, and these are the 6 we can create it. Only the fields which we can create in the platform event is a checkbox, date field, date type field, number field, text field, text area field. Right? So those are the options which are available here. 6 options, 6 data types we have. By using these 6 data types, we can create a field. Now, for example, I wanted to create a text field. Click on a new text, select that and click on the next button. Now let's say here, I'll say that assign owner ID. Assign owner ID. I'm just creating the one here. And let's say here owner ID is, let's take it as the 18 digit. Now click on it, save. Now click on save. Now here is the field is created. Fields API names are __c. It is similar to the object. Only the API name is a different. Object API name is different. The field API name is common __c. Only the object name is, it says __e. __e. Wherever you see __e is nothing but it's a platform event object name. Now within that, we have a fields. If you are creating the custom fields are as usual, it is __c. As usual, it is a __c. Now that's how we create a platform event. Now let's go to the lightning flow. Let's go to the lightning flow. The scenario here is on the account, we have a owner. Now let me go to the Salesforce. Now if I go to the account, in the account, we have a owner field is there. We have a owner field. Now whenever I change this owner, now you can click on this. There is some kind of a simple is available. You can click on this, or else you can go to the detail section and you can click on this link. So whenever you click on this link, what it is asking that it means that you are changing the owner. For example, I'm changing the owner from April batch to the, let's say, Leonian, right? Messi, I'm changing it. Now, whenever I click on this, what will happen? The owner gets changed. Gets changed. Now, whenever the owner is changed, now what I wanted to do is, let's go to the user detail. Whenever the owner is changed on the account, I wanted to assign a permission set. Like a app permission set. Now click on save. I wanted to assign app permission set to this. Now, as soon as this is changed, I am updating the owner. Immediately, it should assign that user a permission set. Immediately, it should assign a permission set here. Now, let me deal with this. So the requirement is, let me change back this to the April batch. Now, the requirement is, so requirement is, let me go here. When an account is created, and either created or updated, whenever the account is created or updated, assign the permission set to the account owner. So that means here my requirement is on the account, whenever we are changing the owner to different user, right? So that user, so what will happen? The action should be permission set should be assigned. Permission set should be assigned to new user. Where is the new user is there? The permission set to be assigned. Now you cannot assign the permission set. Directly. Now, right now what I did, I directly updated here. Now I do not want to do anything manual step. Everything should be happen to the platform event. Everything should be happen to the platform event. Everything happened to the platform event. So now here I'll tell you one more issue here. Now there is a permission set. If you click on edit permission set, okay. Now for example, you are assigning this standard one, right? Whenever you are assigning the standard one, you will see some kind of a error you will see. This part we will talk about later. This part we will talk about later. There are few permission set which cannot be accessed by all the users. All the users, we cannot assign it. Now there is something which is custom permission set which I have created. Custom permission set which I have created. So that custom permission set I can assign it. Custom permission set I can assign it. But there are few permission set which are the standard permission set, which is buyer is similar to the B2B. It is a B2B concept. So for that, we need a separate license. So we cannot assign any permission set to any user. We cannot do that. If the users has a license, then only we can assign the permission set. But what is this app permission set? App permission set is which I created it. App permission set is which is I created it. And this can be assigned. This does not require any kind of a license. This does not require any kind of license. So I can assign this easily. Right. So what is the right now which I'm going to do is we have two things, publisher and subscriber. Publisher and subscriber. In between, I'm having event bus is there. Right. Now here, who is the publisher? Publisher is a flow. From the flow, I'm publishing it. From the flow, I'm publishing it. I'm publishing here, it sits into the event. And who is the subscriber? Subscriber is also a flow. Subscriber is also a flow. That means I'm creating the two flows here. I'm creating the two flows. One flow is to publish it. Another flow is to subscribe it. Now this, who is the publisher? Publisher is a flow. Now what type of a flow I'm going to implement it? Now here, the scenario is whenever the account is created or updated. Whenever the account is created or updated. Whenever the account is created or updated, what is the, while creating it or updating, only the thing which we are checking is owner ID. If it is a updating is nothing but if new owner ID not equal to old owner ID, not equal to old owner ID. Let's take a scenario only on the update. Okay. Now account is whenever the account is updated, we are checking the field called as a owner ID. What is the condition that I am checking? Is my new owner ID is not equal to older owner ID, right? So that means what are the previously I have a owner ID, which should not be same as a new ID. If this is the criteria, what I wanted to do is I wanted to insert a record. Insert a record in platform event. Insert a record in platform event. I wanted to insert a record in platform event. Now this is one condition, this is another condition. If this condition is true, then go ahead and insert a record in the platform event. Go ahead and insert a record in the platform event. As soon as the record is inserted in the platform event, event bus is going to listen to that record. Event bus is going to listen to that record. Now, whoever is a subscriber is flow. This another flow. In this flow, whatever the event is created, now I'll take that event, whatever this is sending a message, I'll take that message. And then I'll cross verify about the new record that is created in the platform event. New record which is created in the platform event. New record which is created in the platform event. That means it is going to, event bus is going to send the information. This is event bus. Event bus is going to send the information. Now this is the event consumer. Now event consumer is going to consume the record. As soon as the record is created, now what it does is it will create a it will create this is a create element. This is a create element. What I'm going to create it, assigning the permission set. I'm assigning the permission set to the, whatever the owner ID is there. Whatever the owner ID is there, for that owner ID, I'll be assigning the permission set. Now, in between this, now how do I know which permission set? So I need to use another element which is called as a get element. I need to use another element which is called as a get element. Now this is entire. Flow. Now that means here, so here you can go ahead and right. So here, now let's take it as this is the get element. This is get element. This is get element. So get element here. Now this is the get element. From the get element, what we are doing it. So here we are going to get all the permission set. Not all the permission set. Get permission set. Which are the permission set I wanted to assign it? That permission set, I will be getting the data. Now till this point, is it clear, everybody? Till this point, is it clear? This is the event producer and event bus, and this is the event consumer. Now here, what type of a flow I'll be creating it? Here?
Record trigger.
Record triggered. Now what type of a flow here I'm creating it? Others, please. What type of a flow here I'm creating it?
Platform trigger.
Platform event. Platform event trigger flow. Perfect. Till this point, is everybody clear? Any questions on the design or a flow, whatever we have explained? Because this is exactly I'm going to implement right now. If anybody wants to take a notes of it, any questions, I'll give a 2 minutes time. Please ask the questions anywhere if you have a confusion.
What will happen if that specific permission set is already assigned to that specific user?
Yeah, we can check that. Here, one condition, you can add it here. Is there already permission set is available? So we can add that condition. That is the additional step. If it is already there, do not assign it again. Now, there is another scenario also. Whenever I am updating from this user to another user, right? In that case, I wanted to take out the permission. That is also another thing which we can do. Right, so let me go ahead and implement it now. So the first one which I'm going to implement is a publisher. The first one which I'm going to implement is a publisher. Now publisher is a record triggered flow. Click on a create. Now here I'll take a object is a account. Account is the object. Now let's say that updated. Instead of a created recorded, just updated. Now whenever the account is updated. Now condition is, I'm not going to put any condition here. Just click on it. Done. Click on done. Now what we can do is run immediately. Run immediately. Now here, there are two ways you can implement it. You can directly add a condition in the record trigger or else. Now let's go ahead and add it here. If you click on this, now the condition, I'll say here condition, all the condition. Now what I need the condition here, condition is if my new owner ID is not equal to previous owner ID. Owner ID is not equal to previous owner ID. Now let's click on this owner ID does not equal to what it says. It says here empty string false and true. I cannot get the previous data here. I cannot get the previous data. So that's the reason what I'm doing is I'm adding a condition here. I'm adding a condition. This condition, what it does is it is going to check is account owner updated. Now the first condition is account owner updated. Account owner updated. That means it is account owner is updated. Now here I need to check the condition. Condition I'm going to check current record. Current record. Record is account dot. I'm going to check the owner ID. It's not the owner dot owner ID does not equal to whatever my previous record was there. Record prior. Previous record will always sits into the record prior. The record prior dot, I'm checking the owner ID. That means here my new owner ID, this is my new owner ID is not equal to old owner ID. If this condition is true, then go to this yes condition. Now let me show you here. This is the condition and click on it done. Now there are two things are created. Now one is account owner is updated. Whenever the account owner is updated, I wanted to create a record in the platform event. I want to create a record in the platform event. Now this is done. Now next thing is I wanted to create a record in platform event. Now click on the plus button. In order to create a record in the platform event, I'll use the create record. Now let's say here that we are creating the create platform event. Click on one and use the separate resources and literal value. Now here object is assign permission set. Now click on here field, assign owner ID. Assign owner ID is equal to what I am updating here in the platform event. I have a field called assign owner ID. So I'm creating a record in the platform event by assigning the new record ID. What are the new record is there? New record owner ID. What are the new record owner is there? That new record owner ID, I'm updating it. Click on done. Now this is completed. The first flow, this is a event publisher. The first flow is completed. Let's click on it, say, let's say that assign permission set. Click on done. Now this is completed. Now here, what we are doing it on the record triggered is account is owner updated or not. If it is updated, then we are creating the record in the platform event. We are creating the record in the platform event. This is completed. Now I'll create a new flow. Now this side part is completed. This side part is completed. Now I'll be implementing the consumer, whoever is the consuming it, subscriber. Now I'll be creating that part, which is a platform event trigger, which is a platform event trigger. Click on it, platform event trigger. Now it is going to ask you that on the which platform event object you are creating it, on the which platform event trigger you are creating it. Our platform event trigger is assign permission set. You see here __c, which shows. So this is our object, platform event object. Click on it, done button. Now that is done. Now this is platform event trigger. I am running on to the assign permission set event which we have created. The assign permission set event. Now on that event, I am executing the platform event trigger. Now the first thing what I need to do, I need to get the permission set. I need to get permission set. Get permission set. Get permission set. Now here, what is the object? Object I need is permission set, because we are going to pull the permission set details. I need an object of permission set. Now in the permission set, now let me go ahead and see what are the permission sets I have. Now here, if I go to the permission set is the object. Now if I click on the permission set, now in the permission set, I'm going to assign a permission set which is called as a app permission set. Now here, take the API name of it. Copy the API name of it. Now go to the flow builder. Now I'll say here name. Name is the field in the permission set equals to whatever the API name is there, that API name. Right, only one record and automatically store all the records. This is a permission set. I'm getting it. I'm getting the permission set. Once I get the permission set, next step is I need to create a record. I need to create a assign permission set record. Assign permission set record. Now in the user, you have something called permission set assignment. Permission set assignment. This is a object permission set assignment. I'm going to create a permission set assignment in the flow. Now let's click on this and let's say create record. In the create record, we are going to assign permission set to owner. Now one record, we are going to create only one record. Now let's say that separate resource. I'm going to decide what is the resources I needed. Now here, what is the object? Object is permission set assignment. Permission set assignment. Now in the permission set assignment. Now this is the permission set assignment. Now I need to create this permission set assignment. Now in the permission set assignment, I have a few fields. One is a assign ID. Whom should assign the permission set? Whom should I assign the permission set? The person whom I should be assigning the person is, now I need to take in the platform event, I have a field called owner ID, assign owner ID. Now in the platform event, whoever is the owner ID is there, for that person we need to assign it. Now which permission set do I need to assign it? Select here field called as a permission set ID. Now which permission set do I need to assign it? Go for it. Here we have a get permission set. In the get permission set, take whatever the ID is there. Take that ID. and click on done. Click on done. So that's it. First, I have retrieved the permission set. I retrieved the permission set, which is the app permission set. Now I'm assigning the permission set to owner. Now click on it, save. Now let's say this is assigning permission set to owner. Assigning the permission set to owner. Click on save. Now I have two flows. One flow is a record triggered flow. One flow is record triggered flow where I am, as soon as the account record is updated with the different owner ID, I'm creating a record in the platform event. I'm creating the record in the platform event. Now, second one is platform event trigger. As soon as the record is created in the platform event, this is going to automatically fire. This is going to automatically fire the event, and then it is going to get the permission set. It will assign the permission set. Now let's go ahead and see the scenario. Now I have a user. Messi is the user. I do not have a permission set. I'll just refresh and I'll show you that there is no permission set is assigned to this user. There is no permission set is assigned to this user. Now what I'll do is I'll go to the account. I'll go to the account. What I'm doing it, I'm changing the account owner from the April batch to the Lionel Messi. Click on the change owner. Click on change owner. As soon as it is changed, is my two flows got executed or not? Let's check the user level, whether the permission set is assigned or not. No, it did not assign the permission set. The reason is we did not activate both of the flows. We did not activate the flows. Now let me change back here. Now record triggered flow, I did not activate it. Let's activate. And similarly, platform event trigger, let's activate it. Now let's go to the account. In the account, now user is not assigned any permission set. Messi is not assigned any permission set here. Now let me go back here. Now what I'll do is account level, I'm changing the owner. Lionel Messi, change the owner. Now the owner is updated. Hope there should not be any issues. Assignment should be happen onto the user level. Now there is a permission set assignment which happened on the app permission set. Now did I do this manually? No. What I did here, I updated the account. I updated the account. What did I updated the account? Owner, I have updated it. Owner ID, I have updated it. As soon as the owner ID is updated, the first thing what happened, it executed the publisher. The record triggered. Publisher is executed. Now, once the publisher is executed, what it does, it is executed the record triggered flow. It executed the record triggered flow. It executed the record triggered flow, and then it moved the record is created in the platform event. As soon as it created the record in the platform event bus is heard about it. Now, immediately what will happen? It executed the subscriber. Who is the subscriber? Platform event trigger flow. It executed the subscriber, and whatever the action needs to be happen, it has executed all the actions. Any questions?
Ma'am, if we talk about this particular scenario, do we really need to have the platform event trigger flow? Because whatever we have done in second flow, we could have add that steps in first flow itself and do the things.
You can do that, but this is just an example. I
Okay.
cannot say that this is, because sometimes what happens is Salesforce says that in real time integration it won't. Now what I did, why I created a flow, because I do not have a third party here. I do not have a third party here. So right now I created the flow, but it is possible that your account is updated by third party. Your account is updated by third party. Whenever the account is updated by third party, then you have to need to use the platform event trigger flow. Now we do not have a third party. Now I can use the third party of MuleSoft or third party of Hiraku to update the account record, or I can use the different tools or different applications. I can use it. But right now, I cannot use all of this because it is a too much. Instead of going for a third party, what I have done is from the flow itself. Now I cannot go to the Apex also. Now there is a real-time scenario. What happens is from the Apex, I'm creating the record. From the Apex, I'm creating the record, and immediately the flow should be executed. Or else some API is updating my record. API is updating the record, then immediately I want. Now going right now at this moment, for with you guys going into the new API, Apex, any third party is a too much. So that's the reason I have taken the flows, because we have not discussed even Apex also. So that's the reason I have taken the flow here. So the flow is assumed that this is coming from the third party system.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, so let's move on. Offline, any questions? Okay, now let's see what are the use cases in the real time. When do I use the platform event? When do I use the platform event? Now the scenario is delivering the custom notification. That means some third party is sending a notification and we have to deliver the Salesforce user. We have to deliver the Salesforce user or a Salesforce chat post I need to put it. So in that case, we use the platform event. And another scenario is where the real-time event monitoring object, where I want the monitoring should be happen. Now monitoring is nothing but kind of a report or kind of a status. I wanted to know the status, what is happening there. Now those status I wanted to update it. So those are the real-time event monitoring it. Or else we use the platform event in the real time for the encrypting platform event message with the Salesforce API. That means if there is any other messages that we are receiving it, if we wanted to encrypt it with the Salesforce API, we use a platform event. Or else subscribing to platform event, we use it. If third party is sending or if anybody is sending to the Salesforce, we wanted to subscribe that event, immediate reflection I wanted. Sometimes whenever we use the Lightning Web Component, now that time I do not see the latest updated information on the Lightning event. For example, I'm receiving some information from the third party system. And in the Lightning Web Component, by using the custom field, I'm updating by using, there is some field which we have created. We have not taken the custom field, right? I have implemented some customization there in the LWC. Now those are not reflected immediately. In that case, I want the real-time data should be present on the LWC. In that case, we use the subscribing the platform event. Testing your platform event in the Apex. Those are the scenarios we will use it. Or else we use the platform event in case of monitoring the platform event, publishing it or delivering the usage. Those are the one which we will use it. Or else we will use the different considerations we have. So those are the different considerations, like there are different scenarios. Any scenario which you feel that there is a real-time data is involved, real-time data is reflected on the UI, real-time data report I need it, real-time data has to be happen immediately. So any integration which talks about the real time, and if you do not want to go with the Apex, then what we can do is we can go with the platform event plus Lightning Flow. By using that, we can use the platform event. Now, anybody who is taking the notes, please take it. Okay, let's move on. Now the next one is differences between the S object and platform event, right? Now, what is the differences between the object and platform event? Now we know that S object how it is, right? So in S object, we can perform all the DML operations. Insert, update, delete, whatever I can do it, I can do all the DML operations. Whereas in the platform event, we can only insert. We can only insert. You cannot do updating the record in the platform event. You can try updating it. No, you can take a one flow, try to update the record, see whether it is updating or not. And in S object, if I wanted to retrieve the data from database, we use a SOQL query. Now, there is something which you use it. There is which is a query. Okay, it is a query. Now, by using the query, you can retrieve the data. You can retrieve the data. Whereas in the platform event, we use a streaming API. We use a streaming API in order to get the data or in order to receive the data or whatever you wanted to do. Along with the query, you have to do the streaming API. Now in S object, you can perform the triggers. S object, you can perform the triggers. In the platform events, you can perform the triggers as well as the subscribers, whatever it is there, you can perform it. Same triggers also can be possible in the platform event. Right? So these are the major differences. The major differences is DMLs. What are the DMLs which we are doing it? Those are the differences. Here you can do insert. In here it is a insert and update. Now you can try for updating the platform event. And here we are just needed data to query. We do not need any kind of a API. We do not need in the S object. But whereas a platform event, you need a kind of a API along with the query. Right, so these are the major differences between these two. And another difference is UI. UI, you can see here, UI, you can see here, you can not have a no UI. No UI, basically the end users cannot see the data. End users cannot see the data. Now let's move on to the custom label. Custom label. Now custom label. Now what is this custom label? Now let me show you one scenario here. Right now we have created the two flows. Here I have given the name equal to app permission set ID. Name equal to app permission set ID. Assume that this flow is moving to the production. We are moving this flow to the production. Now tomorrow client will say that do not assign the app permission set, assign the different permission set. Assign the different permission set. Now what you will do here, you need to again create a update this, save as it, create a new version. Create a new version. Now like this, how many versions you will be creating it? By default, Salesforce will allow up to only 50 versions. Only 50 versions it can allow. You can create maximum 50 versions you can create it. Maximum 50 versions you can create it. Now, after few days, again client will come back and say that no, do not use this permission set, use the another permission set because we have created another permission set. So this is like a frequently we are seeing that they are coming up with every time the new permission set name. Now it is so difficult that you create every new version, every time creating a new version is not easy. right? Every time creating a new version, whenever you create a new version, you have to test it. If it doesn't work, again, you have to create another version. Like that, you need to keep on creating it. Now, platform event, you cannot debug. First of all, platform event, you cannot debug. And when you click on a run button, here it shows run button, but if you click on a run button, it will give you the error. It will give you the error saying that you cannot run this. You cannot run this flow because it is auto-launched, automatically launched by the other flows or based on the event that is performed. Based on that, it will automatically launches. You cannot run this. Now, you cannot even debug. Now, like this, if you are creating up to version 50, it's so difficult to maintain. Every time you have to change the flow. Every time you have to change the flow, update the permission set name here. Now you have to update the permission set, click on done and click on a new version like this. You have to keep on doing it. Instead of modifying the data here in the real time, we never use hard-coded IDs. We never use the hard-coded IDs in the real time. Either it is in the lightning flow, whether it is in the Apex or wherever you have it. Now we never use the hard-coded IDs, never use hard-coded IDs in flow or a Apex or validation or wherever you are using the hard-coded values. So do not use it. This is the Salesforce is suggested. Do not use the hard-coded values in anywhere that you are programming it. Anywhere you are coding it, do not use it. Now, in order to avoid the hard-coded values, what we have done, we have using the custom label. We are using the custom label. In order to avoid the hard-coded values, we are using the custom label. Now, let's see the information here. Custom label are custom text. You can add a text values into the custom label that are created in the organization. Now, these custom labels can be called in Apex classes or Lightning component or Lightning web component or a visual force or a flows validation rule. Wherever you are doing the hard-coded formula fields, everywhere you can call the custom label, right? These custom labels are kind of a text values. These are text values and these can be called from multiple places. You can call it from the Apex, you can call it from the flows, you can call it from the Aura, you can call it from the web component, you can call it from the visual force, you can call it from the validation rule, you can call it from the formula field. Wherever you are writing some coding part of it, if you want any label to be appear here, you can create it, right? Now, custom labels are used to have a ability to change the text values by admin without touching the code. Now, why it is? In order to avoid hard coding. Now, whenever you wanted to modify this, now you need a developer here, at least in order to modify this, test it, something you need it. For example, you are adding the code in the Apex. In the Apex also you are modifying something. Whenever there is some change in the requirement, it is so difficult that a development has to involve to update the Apex code and they need to modify it. In order to do that, no, we do not want every time developer to be involved there. Now we wanted to give a admin some kind of a flexibility. There is any change that is happening on the client side, the admin can easily handle. How they can handle the admin? Admin can easily handle by updating the value in the custom label. So that if they can just change the value in the custom label, the flow as usual it works. Now we can create up to 5,000 custom labels per organization. Per organization, you can create 5,000 custom labels, and each custom label can be up to 1,000 character limit. Now, inside that, what are the text value you are adding it? The text value limit is 1,000 characters, right? 5,000 custom labels per organization you can create it. So maximum, if you go to in the real time, maximum we will create 1,000 custom labels. That is a very high, right? So 1,000 is the maximum we will create it. 5,000 is more than enough. Now we will see how to create a custom label tomorrow and how to include that custom label in the lightning flow. We will see tomorrow. Okay, it's around 9:55. We have to end it at the sharp 10 o'clock. So we will see that tomorrow, how to create a custom label and how to use the custom label in the lightning flow. Going further, we will be using the custom label in everywhere. Apex classes also, we will be using the custom label. Any questions? Practice at platform event. Any questions on the platform event? Tomorrow we will see custom label as well as the auto launch flow. There is one more one, which is we have the one more flow. If you click on a new flow, where we have the auto launch flow, no trigger. Auto launch flow, no trigger. Right, this we will see tomorrow. If there are no questions, thank you. Any assignment on the platform event? Now, if you want an assignment, let's say that whenever the hiring manager record is created, right? Now, assume that this hiring manager record is created from third-party system, but right now you have to implement in the flow. Whenever it is created in the system, you need to post a message to the group called Hiraku integration. Hiraku integration. Now, how you will post the message to the group Hiraku integration? We have a different groups are available. Now go to the chart. Now here you have a charter. Charter. Now go to the charter. Now what you need to do is you need to create a new group. You need to create a new group. The group name is a Hiraku integration. Hiraku integration. When you create this and then click on your save, the required field must be access type. Now mention here access type, it should be public. No, allow customers, or if you want anything, you can create it. It's generally, it is normal group creation, that's it. Right, I'm just creating a group here, click on a save, then it will ask you to upload the image. If you want to upload it, you can upload it. Then it will ask you that who are the users are part of this group. Let's say that I wanted to add Messi, I wanted to add Kishore Kumar, I wanted to add Himaja, Gautami, right? These are the members I wanted to add it. Click on done. And once it is created, now I can see that there is a Hiraku integration group is created. Hiraku integration group is created. Now let's go to the charter. Click on charter. Right now, whenever you here you have a Hiraku integration is a group. Through the platform event, you need to post a message. Through the platform event, you need to post a message in the charter Hiraku integration. Now you need to send to the platform event. You need to send to the platform event. In the platform event, you need to create an object. Now you create an object and the field has to be who is the sender? Fields has to be sender details. And another field you need message. What is the message that you wanted to post it? These are the two fields you need to create on the platform event. So whenever the hiring manager record is created, you need to post a group, you need to post a message to the group. Now what is the message is decided by the platform event. That means as soon as the record is created, you need to pass the message to the platform event, and also who is the sender details, everything you need to pass it. Then through the platform event, you need to post a message to the group called hierarchical integration. Clear? So this is the assignment. Okay then, thank you. Thank you everyone. Bye.